Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about this knife right here. At first glance, this knife may look familiar to you, but I guarantee you haven't seen a knife like this before. And it's not just because of this little emblem right here. So if you'd like to hear more about this knife, it is an unusual knife and a great piece of case history. Go ahead and check out the video. Hey, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, and good day to my foreign viewers. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit better here today. I've largely cast off that nasty cold I had for the past 4 days. Thank you. There's an ongoing argument right now. I accuse my wife of giving me that little germ, and she says I got it at the gas station. What? I got it at the gas station. My wife just cracks me up. But man, this is a really cool knife here. What do you think this knife is, guys? What do you think that is? Just put it in the comments real quick. And I just got this. So excited to get this knife right there. That's all that's written on this knife. It's a 6211 and a half. So this is another old case pattern that you really can't get anymore. And this is a knife club knife, and it was made specifically for a knife club, and that is why this knife even exists. You can see it right there, the National Knife Collectors Association. Come on, snap in. 1994 club knife. Only 2,050 of these made, and this one is mine. And there's the date right there, tang stamp. You can see the 900. So this is out of 2050. This is number 900. Beautiful, sculpted, genuine bone on this. What would you call that? It's kind of a neutral brown, I think. Beautifully done. Mirror polished bolsters, brass pins, brass liners. Look really well made. And so if you open this knife up, she's got a nice pull, mirror polish, nice swedge, long pull on one side. That's the other side, swedged on both sides. There's your edge. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. That's your factory edge on it. Really tough pull on this. So pretty good transition there. Very, very slightly. There's a dip. You don't feel it. So it feels smooth when you go over there, but I can see it. It's very, very slightly below the back spring. Pretty well made knife. And you have a half stop. A little bit of stepping on the half stop here. You see it right there. Really about over a 7 here. I can't push it with my thumb really. Nice click. And we'll take her back. Nice walk and talk. Let's look at the pen blade. It's a large pen blade. The ROG stands for Roger Jigged Bone. You have 6211 and a half. I would imagine the half is the stands for the clip blade rather than a spear point blade. We'll look at that in a minute. And you have SS, which of course is stainless steel. Nice mirror polish. Look at that. And let's see. it's really tough here. It's over a 7 pull into a nice little snap. And I'd say both sides are equal. So you have a little tiny bit of stepping, not very much. You can see it right there. Nice. Really nice. This is the medallion of the National Knife Collectors Association, which is on this knife. Have not cleaned this knife up at all. I just got it in the mail. So excited. I just gotta put it before the camera. Really nice. So let's look at this pattern and why this knife is special. All right. So here is a 6254, which is, we all know, is the Case Trapper pattern. Beautiful knife in its own rights right here. I know when you look at that other knife, this is probably what you're thinking the knife is. If you look at them, they're very similar, but they're also very different. And so the Trapper pattern has pretty much an even dip up to a small swell, center swell, another dip up into an enlarged back here. Just a very slight curved jack pattern, not so high that you could call it a saddle pattern on there, but larger than like an equal in pattern like this knife right here. It's a lot more oblong than this right here. And this pattern though is different. So this is 4.5 inches long. It's larger than a Trapper. And you can see here it has a very similar kind of cap on the head here as a Trapper. See that? But the pattern itself is different, and so it dips, but the Trapper, and it's way over here in the center, comes to a point, and this one comes to a point back here, and then you have a little tiny dip here, and it's much longer than a regular Trapper. And what's crazy is this is a very old pattern, so I'm going to show you that right now. So that is a vintage 6211 pattern. You can see it's almost exactly the same knife, almost exactly. And that is from the case tested era. There's one more picture here. Here is the half, which is the clip blade. And you can see that dip in the middle a little bit better on that. Now what the difference here is, if you look at the cap here on the head of the knife, it's very symmetrical and round. And that's the difference, is that Case, instead of putting that symmetrical and round cap on here, gave it the cap of a Trapper, a 54 pattern. And so it's really close. I think that's what they did though. So that's a little designer's license. They probably did that to make this easier to make, not having to round over this pattern like the old knives were. I don't have an example of that, but anyhow, I showed you that it was just a simple round one. So yeah, this is another old pattern that Case quit making. Case quit making this pattern before 1940 or sometime around that period, and never made it again. So this is there were only 2,050 of these made, the 6211 pattern, and they made them for the National Knife Collectors Association, and that's it. And so this is a pretty special knife, and yet another pattern that I have in my collection. And you know, I'm a pattern collector. Look at that marbling on that bone. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Can't wait to clean this knife up a little bit. Oh, man. Really happy to get this. Really happy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I really, really appreciate all your support. Hey, don't forget Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live show with JC Mountain Ajar, and we're going to have a rip roaring time, and we're going to be talking a little bit about knives and a little bit about prepping. So if that's a video you'd like to see, come join us. We'd love to have you.